Over the past few weeks, as we have been exploring stepping out in faith, we have been reminded that the foundation upon which we step is firmly rooted in asking and exploring those essential life questions. You know, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? See, these are the questions I pondered most of my life in the midst of growing, but now I am knowing, not only thinking, my third eye is blinking. At times I focus and have lotus as I contemplate my life's meaning. I've learned to deeply probe myself so I can first meet and know the self and soak up rays of life, forever reaching to grow myself. So who am I is the question I first proposed, and if you read between the lines of my prose, my intent is that it shows that I am, yes we are, metaphorically and metaphysically, a rose. Yes, a rose. Yet we are not just a typical ordinary rose, no. We are that atypical extraordinary rose which patiently grows up through those typical little spaces and holes weighed down deep within the cracks of concrete. Now, some of us as seeds sometimes seem to lack faith or simply disbelieve in the greatness in which we are indeed to achieve. So for some, there exists a faithless feeling of being forever trapped in concrete. And of course, that concrete of which I speak is but a symbol for fear and doubt, being that those are the greatest enemies of our dreams. So I said that to say that whenever it appears or it seems that our lives are falling apart, that we have the ability to literally remind ourselves and remember that the living of life is an art, and thus be at peace while we walk with grace, knowing beyond the shadow of a doubt that those parts and pieces are ultimately falling perfectly into place. How? Why? Because you and I automatically inherit the inherent traits of perfect peace, grace, and of course, what we place within our source, our undying, undenying faith. Yes, faith. As we continue to step out in faith, I am reminded of something I read, something which said that faith, with the measurements of a mere mustard seed, may miraculously muster up enough might to move mountains. But at times it appears that no matter how hard I push or shove, this stubborn concrete above my head won't budge. But still, I refuse to lose faith, nor move to judge, nor hold some type of grudge from spite. No, because I know that at our core we are much more. We are the essence, the very presence of universal love and light. Yes, light. We are a magnificently orchestrated symphony of light. Some of you may find this difficult to believe, but in the beginning, when God created and birthed the heavens and the earth, I was there. Well, actually, to speak a bit more accurately, we are always here. So with that said, I'd just like to say that I first heard, before I first read those very first words when the Creator first said, "Let there be light." So it is no coincidence that I place a bit more emphasis upon the spiritually enlightening process which I have termed metaphysical photosynthesis. Because see, although I know that we are all limitless and most infinite, I must admit that there exist moments in which I tend to just forget the truth of who we are, and when I do, the light that I thus emit becomes similar to that of a teeny tiny light bulb. You know, the kind you just might find flickering on and off in the back room of some seedy, grimy nightclub. But see, once my light's plugged back into Spirit's love, and my switch is flipped from the position of hopeless to refocus back by the power of about 1,000 supernovas, I begin to radiate with the pinpoint accuracy of a laser beam, no longer feel the need to even chase my dreams. Cause through the magnetic magic of the universal mind and my own mind's imagination, I see that we can simply sit back, seek to become a vibrational match to that which we wish to attract before we act, and simply embrace our dreams. And in fact, it seems lately my dreams chase me, which has enabled me to see that we are all capable of being and doing the most amazing things. More than this face is this place we call Earth has ever seen. Because like I was saying, we were happening before the physical birth of this Earth, before the duality and polarity of the yin and yang. In fact, I would say that we are more similar to the singularity which is thought to have been happening before the Big Bang. Therefore, we more than just so happen to have been happening before there was even a such thing as being before. And so before I even begin to close, I would just like to propose that you and I exist as ancient souls, as old as love, currently manifesting our destiny within 3 dimensions with the intention to be as bold as love. which reminds me of the Jimi Hendrix experience, except this time, instead of being caught up within the throes of drugs, this time within this rhyme, because this rhyme, well, it's mine. I forecasted we shall overdose on love. And that is my truth. And I am, yes, we are everyday expressions of universal truth. Now, I've heard some say that the truth hurts. Yet within the same breath, I've heard the same say that the truth shall set us free. Yet I know for myself that there's never been a day in existence in which we have not already been free. Yet if we were to forget that truth, then I believe that it is the first seeking, reaching, then speaking of our truth which shall reset us free. Because see, as for me, I have never experienced more hurt than within those moments in which I have chosen not to have spoken my truth. So now, in the spirit of being open with my truth, I just like to say that I am now living, learning, loving to sling these words of hope way better than I have ever slang herbs and coke. And that's my word. And since my cause and my word is all that I got, I figured that I could finish this expression of who it is that I am by professing who it is that I am not. See, I am not nearly the fool that I was once so confused to be. And I am not nearly as emotionally removed as I once proved to be. And in this moment, I am not afraid. I simply refuse to be. In fact, I am, yes, we are, whoever or whatever it is within each present moment that we so choose to be. And right now, with my peace, my grace, my light, my faith, my words, my truth, I bloom, I choose love. Yes, as you may have guessed, I am, yes, we are, yes, eternally evolving, yes, forever unfolding, yes, as an ever expansive, yes, rose bud, blooming wherever we are planted, because before we ever descended or landed upon this planet, I have a feeling that we had already chose in love. I am, therefore I love, and I love, therefore I am. And right here, right now, if you were to ask me, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I from? I would reply, better yet, I would respond simply that I am, we are that divine idea from the mind of God whose time has come. And so it is.